Hello everybody, Carnodger here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. We are continuing on through our Formula Abarth Trofeo. We have finished 3rd and 4th in the first 2 races, but there is a long way to go. We still have 6 races to do. We'll try and do 3 more today. Hopefully we have time for that. One at Mugello, Nurburgring, and then Imola. So we're starting out at Mugello, which is one of my favorite tracks in the game, and I think is going to be a pretty good balance with this car. They're saying this is one of the most difficult tracks. The long, fast spins, you'll need downforce, very long straight, extra top speed. So you have to find a compromise. It says avoid the curbs. They seem low, but they can severely destabilize the car at high speeds. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's get to the track. Alrighty, as we get ready to go here, let's see about maybe working on the setup a little bit. It gives you just a very basic default setup to start with. Gearing should be fine. This car is pretty much set with its gearing. Short races, I always go down to the soft. Tire pressure, I don't. Unfortunately, because there's no practice, there's no qualifying, anything like that, it's hard to say. You know, that's not really something you can adjust just based off of gut feeling. That's something you need to get data from the practice sessions to kind of decide. Another thing is the fuel. You don't really know how much fuel, but I always go down to 15 liters because that seems like a safe number for as short as these races are. Well, remember that it said this track demands high downforce for these long sweeping turns, but low downforce for the long straightaways. I think I will leave it at 6 because it is a pretty well balanced car like that. The base setup has a lot of camber in it. 4.51 in the front. Now this is the live camber here. It has 3.21 in the front. This is the live camber here. This is the set camber over here. 3.21 is still rather high, so I say we leave it to be. And other than that, there's not really a whole lot I can do with this without knowing how the car reacts around the track. If we end up having to restart or something like that, then I might come back and change it, but other than that, there's not a whole lot I can do without possibly really screwing up the setup. So let's get going. Okay, so since this track is so demanding on setup, I have decided I just went and did a couple laps of practice to see what I might need, and it felt very, very loose, so I'm going to put a degree of downforce in the rear, and let's put some front roll bar in it also. Be 3 clicks. It may come back to bite me later on, but at least for that lap and a half, it was extremely oversteery. Estimated lap 6.1. Wow, I hit that perfectly. Let's actually throw a liter in there just to keep us safe in case we pick up speed or use more fuel in the race. Because that would really suck to run out of fuel. So for the start here, I think our best bet is going to be to jump to the right, not get into the mess of them. Let's actually go way over here. Got a really good run here. I don't think I should push it in here though. Ooh. Oh, this is so annoying. That is a physics bug for sure. The way you get hooked and stuff like that with just the slightest bit of contact. And then it interprets that as like constantly getting hit, so it's continually damaging the suspension. That's pretty unrealistic, but it is what it is. Let's try not to do that this time. Really want to go this way. Hopefully I can clear him. Try not to do the same thing where we get hooked up. See, in cars like this, it's good to get hooked up in a draft. Not good to get hooked up wheel to wheel. That is not what you want to do. This is probably our best start in this series so far. Let's see if we can hang with David. He is wicked fast. up a good bit of time under brakes there, but paid the price on exit. He was fighting a little bit oversteer there as well. I'm wondering what kind of downforce they are running. I would imagine probably less than I'm running. Oh, could have an opportunity here. This is a dangerous move. Gotta watch him hit me. Nope. Cleared him. Nice. Could this be our breakthrough win? Long way to go. And he is fast, and I'm really worried about how fast he's going to be down this front stretch. It's a long front stretch coming up, and it's after a fast turn. So, yeah, a couple miles an hour of top speed difference could really make a difference. Probably stay in fourth there. What's our look back? He's probably gaining a little. I don't think draft really has that big of an impact. From what I've seen in the game, it's not modeled very well. It's a little bit weak. When I was racing it in the Star Mazda cars over in iRacing, yes, I'm making that comparison again, shocker. Those cars have a massive draft on them, but that's not really that unrealistic. When you watch those races and they have long straights, they will slingshot around each other constantly. So I buy into that theory. I am really glad I decided to make those setup changes, because a lap and a half in here, it feels 1,000 times better than what it did in my little practice lap there. So I don't remember who it was last week in the comments that was asking for me to show the setup. But there you go, there was my suggested changes for the conditions of this car. Downforce is kind of the first place I will go. Wing settings, if a car is handling in a particular way all of the time. This car was having oversteer entry, mid, and exit. It was not really having tire spin oversteer, which is something completely different. Tire spin oversteer could just be you getting too aggressive with the throttle, your tire pressure, could be rear shock settings. There's a lot of things that can cause that. But for mid-turn oversteer and entry oversteer as well, starting with the arrow is probably a good bet. I did a little bit of more front roll bar, because I didn't have the feeling as though the nose was anywhere near pushing. And I'm still not getting that, so I think the more front roll bar is only helping the grip level and helping keep the car planted. Keeps it from pitching out those rear tires. Like right here, it might have the tendency to kind of swing the back end out a little bit. I am no setup guru, that is for sure. But I generally know. Whoa, wide. Generally know how to spin out while you're leading the race. Oh, don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I know that was a terrible thing I did to stop in the middle of the track, but you all did it too. They did too. They just stopped. They felt bad for me. This guy was leading the race, and he lost it while he was blabbering on. Let's just let him go. Okay, let's catch our breath. Let's maybe focus on driving for a minute. Staying fourth through here. Watch for the attack. I'm gonna try and get a drink down the straightaway here. Because it's so darn long. Running out of time though. Nailed it. So in addition to upgrading my monitor setup, which I desperately need to do, I also need to upgrade my drink setup, huh? I need a little drink straw. I'm hoping within the next month or so, I can upgrade to a 1080p monitor for my setup over here. Partially for you guys, so I can record in 1080p, get this heads-up, display stuff to be smaller, give you a wider field of view so you can see what the hell's going on. See a second place, breathing all over my neck. It would also give me the ability to do more things on screen. Hesitant to do that now because I have so little available screen space at 720. Like I used to do a face cam with this, or steering hands on the wheel cam, stuff like that. Oh, you're gonna try it here, huh? Shutting you down, guy. That was a nice defense. But yeah, that's coming up in the coming months, hopefully. Money's been really tight lately. I'm not really sure why that happened, but it did. Tax returns coming up, so hopefully that gives me some money to invest into the YouTube stuff. I have not really made many investments in this in a while, which is unfortunate. Being stale and not trying to improve upon things. That never gets you anywhere. It feels like we're starting to stretch this lead back out. Hopefully it doesn't mean I'm about to spin again. I always see this set of like S's here, and then after these two, which is kind of a fun set of turns, this one's flat, and then this one I'm just dropping down to fifth. And then there's this set of S's. They kind of the entries look similar, the apexes are blind, and it's pretty easy. I think my cat just closed my door. It's pretty easy to miss. Then you have the carousel here, which also kind of has a similar entry to it. Who's there? Actually pretty low on Delta this lap. It says avoid the curbs. They seem low, but they can severely destabilize the car at high speeds. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Remember the warning they gave us? Oh, that was stupid. Just back up across the track. Oh, that's heartbreaking. First to 7th. Because of that stupid little curb. I feel like I just got punched in the chest. That was awful. Well, we survived the first mistake, didn't survive this one. Bummer last lap, too. So I gotta at least try and get back up to points. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up and drive here for the last lap. Might get quiet. There. again. It happened again, but in much bigger fashion this time. Okay, well, looks like we're walking away from this race with 0 points after leading most of it. Alright, after that friggin' heartbreak, let's move on to the Nurburgring, which I think is probably going to be a high downforce setup. But let's do our normal things like soft tires, out fuel. Did I miss that? I guess not. So soft tires, let's go down to 16-ish liters. Not that far. 16-ish would be nice. Let's go 17. It's a longer track. I'm gonna go up to 7 and 7. Not a whole lot of straightaway here. Do the same thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of ARB in the front as well here. Try and predict that oversteer feeling. All right. Starting further back now. It likes pretty well. Early in the second. Turn 1 here is a massive passing opportunity. It's also an opportunity to really badly lock up the brakes and throw a race away. I locked him up a little, but I don't think we threw a race away just yet. Though I do have the ability to do that, as we have seen. This is also a track where the curbs are extremely aggressive. So I do my best to stay the heck away from them. Kind of getting away a little bit. A little worried that maybe I'm running too much downforce. This track's a little faster than I remembered it being. Especially for a car like this. Should have more speed in turns like that one. Oh, there was that oversteer. This is going to be flat. Yep. Definitely so. Come up on this 90-degree. Get through there. Drop a gear. Kind of miss the apex for that one. You can see they got away. Keep it on the track. Coming up to the very hard chicane. Smooth through there, but we are not making up a whole lot of time. Actually, I think we're losing time. Alright, but now let's just focus on our delta. Let's focus on going faster. Not so much on what they are doing. I took the brakes that time. Fighting understeer and oversteer there. That's on throttle oversteer. That's much different than like mid-turn speeding around oversteer. I thought that turn was flat. Apparently, I was wrong. I was very wrong. Oh, there goes third place. Leaders are just a figment of our imagination now. Try and use what little draft we get here. These are definitely flat. No question about that. Holy crap. That was some accident avoidance there. got on the brakes way earlier than I expected. I know if that was me in his place, I would have crapped my pants. There was a missile headed at him. Car gets through there pretty well. I think it's actually understeer that I'm fighting, and by putting so much wheel into it to get it to turn, that's what makes it kind of want to snap around on exit. On to lap 3. Will it stick? Nope. Well, he kind of ran wide, but it wasn't there. Try it again in here. There we go. It'll stick this time. Not doing wonders for my lap time, but at least we got the position back. Alright, not flat through here. Drop down to 4th. that's not even close to flat. What was I thinking? Clearly I wasn't. Oh, we can still see second place. I don't think we're gonna get there. Yeah, that's a lot of understeer. I think if I had the option, I would probably dial some of that front roll bar back out of it. Which I'm a little surprised these cars don't have live adjustment for that. A lot of open wheel cars do. I'm missing my line through there. Third place isn't the end of the world. At least we're getting our points back in the positive direction. I'll take a look after this race to see where we stand. I know we needed 40 to continue. This is a good series. I would like to return to this one someday and maybe try for a series win. It's not going to happen this season. Not without a miracle. I really do enjoy cars like this. Well, didn't live up to my name there, did I? Looks like I had a vendetta against that cone. It's strange, it was like the nose caught a lot of grip all of a sudden down there. Let's jump to 4th. Near the curb, but don't hit it. Down to 3rd. Let's get this nose to turn in. There we go. Somehow we still have a negative delta this lap. That only speaks poorly of our previous laps. We'll just pretend like that didn't happen. I noticed the microphone has turned away from me. I probably sound a little distant. Alright, so maybe let's not look at the microphone and look at the racetrack. I am struggling with that turn. Which is weird because it's a pretty easy turn. I'm gonna go even deeper than that. Trying not to push my luck. Staying 3rd through there. Now improving times, but there's still a whole lot left in it. I can feel time being lost all over the track. Especially in this first sector. negotiate there. Snapped from having a lot of understeer to having a lot of oversteer very suddenly. When it comes to sitting fast laps, I prefer a car to have a lot of oversteer. When it comes to racing, I prefer it to be a little snug. Strange, it's almost like it's understeering on right-handers and oversteering on left-handers. Did we maybe take a little suspension damage somewhere down the lines? I mean, it's steering straight, so I don't know. Constantly going too deep into that turn. Jump brake. A little bit past the second this time. Let's never do that again. Let's forget that that's even an option. let's not try it again. No, I said to stay in third. Staying in third position would be nice too. One lap to try and hold this position with a very ill-handling car. Make nice smooth lines. Be less abrupt with it. Smooth turn in. Snap the wheel in. And I get rewarded with gobs of understeer. Thanks, car. Appreciate it. He's there. Hopefully this left-hand kick gives us just enough to clear him again. It was a little defensive, but it worked for now. Holy crap, I actually hit my marks there. And that was pretty good through there, too. Right at the mark, yeah. Perfect. Tried to give this position up a whole lot, but we held on to it. Well, at least that was a semi-interesting race rather than the last one, which was just heartbreaking. Shame I kind of threw that one away too, though.